Well, good morning from a RedLeaf Designs workshop that is an absolute disaster. We spent the evening last night up late and doing some composite repair on this Savage River D4X for our friend Carson Burmeister, who had broken gunnels on both sides of the cockpit. So we repaired those for him, turned the shop into a composite shop for a bit. But this morning, those are all set. We've glued some foam, so we've got some padding for his knees in the cockpit. But today, before we give the boat back to him, we're also going to replace this foot strap with one of our padded foot straps. So that is what we are going to do next. Now, we make the foot straps in two different versions. These would be the foot straps for a typical boat, both tandems and solos that have a wider foot bar. You end up installing one of these straps on each side, right? And the straps, I'll show you in just a moment, but they are neoprene padded. They're Velcro adjustable. You just attach them with hose clamps. The hose clamps slip underneath these tabs here. The problem is that on a USCA Marathon C1 like this one, we don't really have room for two hose clamps in the middle here, so you can't use these two separate pieces, which is what we typically sell. So we make a special one just for these boats where in the center we leave the webbing connected, and that way you only have one hose clamp in the middle. Just saves you a little space, gives you more room for your feet, and maximizes how much space you end up left with on the foot bar after the foot straps are installed. So we're going to do that now. I will do my best to film this solo. I don't have a cameraman handy this morning, so I'll set the camera up on a little tripod here and we'll see what we can do. Okay, I think this is going to work. I think you'll be able to see everything I'm doing. So we're going to install these foot straps in this location. The foot straps come with the hose clamps that you need. A USCA C1 foot strap has 3 hose clamps. The standard version has 4. And the first thing we need to do is remove this old foot strap. So let's get that taken care of. Okay, so that is done. Old foot strap is out. New foot strap is ready to go in. We will start by attaching the side pieces. So this top piece is the one long webbing piece, and on a USCA C1 that's going to go in the middle, so we'll reserve that one for the middle. We'll start with these pieces, and they're going to go on the very, very edge, and the easiest way to do that is to take your hose clamps and completely back out the band. So we're loosening this screw as far as it'll go, and that releases the band, just like that. Now I prefer the screw facing forward, so that as the strap goes through there and you end up with that loose piece of strap, it's pointing backwards away from your feet. So that's how we're going to set this one up. So I'm going to put this around the foot bar, slip this little guy back into the adjuster. And then on this boat, we want to slide it as far to the side as we can so that we maximize the amount of space Carson has for his feet. And then we just tighten this down. Because these are carbon tubes, we want to make sure we don't tighten them too far and crack or damage them. So we made sure we didn't put too much torque on that. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side here. And with the adjusting bolt facing backwards. This one, the angle is a little funny for me, so I'm going to get it slightly snugged. And I'm going to pull it all the way out, push it into position, and then finish tightening it down. And again, not so hard that we're going to cause any damage or break anything. So those two are good. Now it's time to do the centerpiece. And the centerpiece is the exact same process. We'll just loosen this guy up. So that strap is completely loose. This is going to go right through. So we'll feed that strap back through. Tighten this up. If we want to be really picky, I'm looking around for my measuring tape here because I'd like to make sure it's exactly in the middle for Carson. So that's just lightly snugged at the moment. Hang out right there, and I'm going to find a measuring tape. All right, here we go. So between the bars, we're 10 inches, and it looks like I need to go about 1/4 of an inch this way. Check it in here. Yep, all right. So there, right there, is the middle. I'm going to rotate this just a little farther. Okay, and then I'll make sure that that's centered on the strap as well. And it is. And then we'll just snug it down. And again, we're not tightening it so hard that we're going to crack or damage our carbon tube. It's, it's snugged so it can't move. But then Carson's feet will go in here, and the top piece has loop Velcro, the bottom piece has hook Velcro. The part that's up against your foot is padded neoprene. And you can adjust these so that they fit whatever footwear or whatever foot size you happen to have on that day. So really, really easy to adjust. Hopefully we got that angle right for him. I'm guessing they'll work out well. And that is it. That is all there is to installing these foot straps. If you had a standard boat, or a standard C1 or a tandem where you had more space here, you simply would have attached this piece in the center. This bottom piece, so the padded neoprene piece, would be attached to the outside. You can determine the distance between those two pieces, and then the straps would still go together just like this. It's basically the exact same thing, except there would be 2 hose clamps here, and you could have some space. So they weren't right up against each other like this. Just more space in the foot bar area. So that's it. Have a good Thursday, and good luck, Carson.